Now then, people, and welcome back to the Just Joe football show. You've probably seen me more than your wife and kids today, but it is what it is. When the news comes in and we're excited, you've just got to make these moves. So, listen, we're now going to speak about Crysencio Summerville. This is a player that, for me, I've always said I'm not quite sure he will make the grade at Premier League level. I don't think he has the stature, the physical attributes for it. A lot of people disagree with me, and yes, he has lit it up in the under-23s. Whether or not that will, transfer into regular Premier League football for Leeds United, I'm not too sure. Leeds United are keen on Summerville. They are trying to get a new deal over the line. It'll be interesting for Summerville to see what he does, because we know last season he tried to push through a loan move. He's now outshone the under-23s for me. I understand Summerville not wanting to be in the under-23s next season. So the fact that now clubs are peaked and interested in him as an option to bring into their football club so that he can play first team football, I understand why he potentially might want to push for that move, because it is being reported by Fabrizio Romano that Nottingham Forest and clubs like AZ Alkmaar are interested in taking him on a permanent. Leeds United may look to a loan with a view to perm, may just look to loan him out, but it'd be interesting to see what happens, because if Summerville turns down his deal, says, listen, you're going to have to make the move, Leeds United will have to sell. Look, Summerville is a winger, right? We know that. But look, my thing is, right, Leeds United are out there looking at players like Gakpo, looking at players like CDK, looking at players like Catavio, who can play a number of positions. I'm not sure that Summerville's game will transfer into Jesse Marsh's style of play, and whether or not he has that versatility to play a host of positions that some of the players we're linked with. I still think it's smart business for Leeds, although I'm not privy to the fee that was paid. You know that Leeds United will be making a markup. I've said before about how Chelsea hoover up all this young talent, they move it on. Maybe they'll change tack now with this new owner. But Leeds United have tried to do something similar in bringing in players, and I believe the money, if Summerville was to go, would be an increase in what Leeds United have paid. They'll have made money on Summerville. And as I say, Nottingham Forest looks like an exciting prospect for me. For me personally, I know people will disagree and say Summerville can make the grade. Have you seen him for the under-23s? Is this, is that? But there is a big jump up. Let's not forget players like an Edmondson, who's gone to Carlisle today. You know, Alfie McCalmont, who's playing League One. You've got Jordan Stevens, Robbie Gotts, that playing League Two. You know, all these, it doesn't, just because you do well at the under-23s, it certainly doesn't equate to doing well in the first team in men's football. Believe me. I think we have proof of that, because who can forget when people were asking for Edmondson to play over Bamford? Everyone gushes about Mateus Bogus, but he's not quite made the grade. He's playing in the second tier of Spanish football. That does not then equate to Premier League starting. So that's my thoughts on Summerville. I may be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I want him to do well. You know, he's a Leeds United player. Maybe he gives us something like Rafinha, we move him on, etc. But I'm just not quite sure. I think I would prefer, let's say if Forest are interested, let's loan him out. Because then he's getting Premier League minutes, and we can see whether or not he is able to make that grade. Then we make a decision later down the line. And maybe that's why Leeds United are, opting to sign him on a deal. They do want to keep him. You know, because Fabrizio Romano is saying that Leeds want a resolution as quick as possible. They want to agree a new deal with the wide man. You know what I mean? And he has been in and around the first team for much of last season, so he wants to make that next step up. He's not an under-23s footballer anymore. I understand that. And he's undoubtedly been one of our best performers in that league for the under-23s. So I understand for him why he would want to move on. Look at what Cody Drama did. You know, it's only took his stock to that next level. And if Cody Drama's not happy with minutes up until January, he'll push for a move and people will come in because they've seen him do it at Cardiff. Summerville could do something similar. It's probably best interest for us that they sign him on a new deal so they can do this loan, and then maybe he does have a great loan and then you can move him on for a higher price. If you look at how, say, Brighton managed Ben White, they sent him out on loan, kept him for a season, moved him on for 50 million. Leeds may have something like that in mind. I'm not saying he will go for 50 million, but it's smart business sense. Even if he doesn't make the grade at Leeds, you sign him on a deal, you loan him out, you're putting him out in the shop window, you know? Because I'm not sure he will make it at Leeds United. I'm not sure, especially not in Marsh's system, because for me, Summerville is an out-and-out winger. And we need players that can play in that narrow style, if indeed when we opt to. Of course, if we're playing the 4-2-3-1, but it's still a lot narrower than what we did under Bielsa, for example. I'm not quite sure Summerville's game translates to that. Let me know in the comments. I want to know your opinion on whether or not you believe Summerville should stay, should go, or should be loaned out with the potential to move him on later, or seeing if he's fit and ready, raring to go for the first team at some point in his career. Should he stay or should he go now? Let me know in the comments, and that will be your penultimate video. Unless anything else happens, the next one will be your final video of today. It's probably maybe out tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what's going to go down. But listen, we've done almost like an hour worth of videos. It's great. I love it. Loads of content out there for us and loads to get us excited about. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds.